How to add subtitles like this to your video in DaVinci Resolve free version. Alright, so step one, you'll need to go and download the AutoSubs app by Tom Maroney. This is what the website looks like, and I'll have a link down in the description. Once you have that downloaded and installed, what you'll do is open your DaVinci Resolve project. Alright, and then this is my project from yesterday. What you will do is create a new video field or video track over here by right clicking and then add a track and then call that track subtitles, which I've already done that, but you can just click on it and rename it. Just a quick note from editor Elson in the future. So you'll want to select the in and out points if you don't want subtitles on the entire text. So you'll put your playhead where you want it to start with the subtitles and hit I on your keyboard, and then drag your playhead to the place where you want the subtitles to end, and then click O on your keyboard. Then what you want to do is go up in Workspace, down to Scripts, and then AutoSubs. And that'll open the AutoSubs app that you just downloaded. You'll have to select which audio track to transcribe. So whichever one your audio is on, mine is on audio 1. If you have music or something on audio 2, don't select that because it'll just confuse it. Then English, number of speakers, the format. I have less so that it fits on the shorts format. And then line count, I have 2. Normal, you can have it censor words or whatever. And then you can select the different models. I use this Whisper Medium. After you do that, the first time it'll download it, and then you can just hit generate. And it'll export it from your project into the app, and then it'll run the transcript. Once that's done, you can go add to timeline, and you'll notice that it'll say which video layer to add it. Click on your subtitles track that you created, and then click next. And then you'll see these built-in ones. The version I used was this one, except I went and clicked duplicate. You'll want to do this because let me just show you real quick how his looks. So when you add it to timeline default, then it'll add it and you'll see it being added here. But as you can see, it adds it to the bottom. So if you want to move them all up and don't want to move them up individually, then what you want to do is create a custom one. So gonna go add a timeline again, and then subtitles again, and then next. And then instead of just selecting that 3 dots, duplicate, and then it'll make a Menlo bold red copy. Then you'll want to go edit. So it says switch to DaVinci Resolve, and then it created a new track right here, and you'll see subtitle example text. If you go down to the Fusion page, you'll see this little drag and drop. So you can just drag this text up to where it's about centered or however you think you would like it, and then go back and hit capture settings. You can also, in the edit and then the inspector tab, you can also do different stuff with the text. For example, changing the color. You have to be in the title section. So this was the settings. You need to be in the title section, and then you can change the color to whatever you want. Let's say you want it to be green, and then just hit update, and you'll see that the highlight will get updated. And make sure this is dragged up, and then you'll go back to your auto subs app and hit capture settings, then call it something like maybe Menlo Bold. We made it neon green, and then maybe centered, and then save preset. Now when you select this preset and add to timeline, you will see it being added to the timeline again. And now, as you can see, you have the green highlighter and it is centered and not at the bottom of the screen anymore. So if you do end up using the I and O on the keyboard to create this so that the subtitles are only on part of it, then at the end of the edit, before you export your video, you're gonna have to drag it all the way to start and click I on your keyboard again. And then drag it all the way to the end of the video, snap it to the end, and click O on your keyboard. If you enjoyed that video, please consider liking the video and subscribing. Thanks for watching, and God bless.